Hi, my name is Sindhu, and I'm a rising senior at Monte Vista High School in Cupertino, California. The project I'm currently working on is the Wi-Fi voice-controlled robot. Here is a demo of my robot. Forward. Stop. Reverse. Stop. Oh, okay. So how this project works is there are 4 DC motors which are connected to the H bridge, which is located here. And the H bridge is powered by the battery pack, which is here, and it connects to the ground and 12-volt pins. And the H bridge is also connected to the ESP board, which is connected to the ground and 5-volt pins. And it makes sure its power is running through the entire ESP board. And in order to power up the ESP board, I used jumper wires to connect the copper tabs of the DC motors to the holes of the H bridge. And for the first 2 motors, I used alligator clips to connect the jumper wires. And for the back 2 motors, I used the technique of soldering on the jumper wires. I also began to understand techniques like soldering early on. And there was definitely a learning curve because I inefficiently soldered one of the first DC motors I worked on because I ripped out a chunk of the copper tab, but I ended up doing better with the rest 3 motors. And the voice recognition app was coded on MIT App Inventor, and it involved block structure coding to implement the buttons of the robot. And I added 5 command buttons to move the robot forward, reverse, left to right, and to stop. And I also added buttons to enter the IP address and a text box, which converted speech to text. I joined Bluestamp Engineering to expose myself to hardware components, especially since I've never had experience in it before. And I was able to learn various parts such as H bridges, DC motors, ESP boards, breadboards, and jumper wires, and basically the connection between all of those parts. I picked this project because in addition to the hardware side of things, I was able to learn software components such as learning the whole new language of Arduino and also developing my own app through MIT App Inventor. As I mentioned before, it was a lot of block structure coding, but I was also able to implement voice recognition and IP address to connect to my Wi-Fi. Thank you.